HEATROCK, you hear me? You already know ain't nothing watered down. You ain't hustling, you hating, you hear me? You ain't working, you watching, you hear me? Listen, you're trying to ball, look, you gotta be baller blocking, you hear me? I said if it's for you, they can't stop it, you hear me? So, it's top of the morning. Of course, I had a good rest, I'm refreshed, I'm feeling awesome. Today we gonna talk about, you hear me, this morning. Sometimes, God, you fear to test your faith. I say sometimes God will use fear to test your faith. You heard me? Hey man, you gotta know this, you heard me? When I tell you God in control, God in control, man. So, just know this here, you heard me? Wherever fear is at, fear gonna always be there. Faith right there. See, God always in the midst of something that'll frighten you. You heard me? You know what I'm saying? Like, see the clothes I got, the God, the bold I got. You heard me? Man, let me tell you something about God. This is what God said in the word, bro. He said when a man ways please the Lord, he make even his enemies be at peace with him. Let me repeat that. He said when a man ways please the Lord, he make even his enemies be at peace with him. God telling you right there, bro, I'm in control of them too. You heard me? Listen, he said the king's heart is in the hand of the Lord, like the rivers of the water. He turned it whichever way he wish. He let you know. If I'm in control of the highest of the highest, I'm in control of all the people in the earth. He said the earth is the Lord's and all those that dwell in it. Amen? This is why I keep telling you, God favors the bold. You can't be one fit in when you walking that walk. Talking that talk, you heard me? When you're living like that, you heard me? Because at the end of the day, you heard me, like, if you go and walk the walk and talk the talk, you ain't gonna better fit in and stand out at the same time. Even the ones that you don't fit in with, they kind of respect you. They might don't like that you call it what it is because they faking, but at least they know you real with it. You heard me? So this is where I'm at. This is where I'm at, you heard me? See, the devil tactics is fear. He tried to instill fear in you. And fear to me is stand with false evidence appearing real. You see where I'm at? I know God in control. Anything God wants to go on, he gonna let it go on. But I learned this about God through the Bible. He allowed things to rise up to see if you really living like that for him. Oh, you really believe in me like that? All right. Since you believe in me like that, I'm about to put a circumstance up to where fear right there. You heard me? So I'm gonna see if you really living like that. So I'm gonna put a circumstance up, and I'm gonna see if you gonna stand on business or if you gonna fold. You heard me? I'm gonna allow you to hit rock bottom, and I'm gonna see if you gonna call on me or you gonna go crazy. You heard me? I'm gonna see if you gonna trust me or you gonna trust in man. You heard me? Man, I tell you no word lie. You heard me? And this God is my witness. Man, let me tell you something, boy. God real. He see everything, he hear everything, he know everything. And he definitely knows best. You heard me? God knows best. God knows everything to do you, to get your attention, to humble you. You heard me? To show you he real. So, this is where I'm at, you heard me? See, let me tell you something. This is why I keep telling you, you heard me? Wherever fear, you heard me? God right there too. He checking everybody out. You heard? He checking them out, look. He checking them out, look. So, I'm gonna go to the story of David and Goliath. You heard me? You know David, like, you heard me, like, you know, your boy was the king at the time, Saul, you heard me? But you know, Samuel had anointed David to be king. You heard me? And to cut a long story short, when Goliath was out there, he tipping him. You heard me? So everybody's scared. Goliath was a big old giant, so they scared. You heard me? So David right there. You heard me? David tell Saul like, man, you ain't gonna. You know, people rub their insecurities off on you. They fears off on you. He like, man, look, bro, you ain't about to need messing with that, you heard me? Like, man, that dude gonna do you. So David like, look, bro, I was fighting lions, bears, and all that. I'm about to max him out. What you give for maxing him out? Because they had a prize and everything they gonna give him. David like, I'm gonna do this on the muscle. You see where I'm at? And see, God seen David hard. You heard me? If I don't believe nothing else, I tell you. When I tell you God know your heart, God know your heart, you heard me? And God favor the bold. You heard me? So David, look, he take the opportunity, you heard me? Yeah, he take up on the opportunity, you heard me? You know, he's standing on business, so when he knock him, lay him down, when he lay him down, you heard me? Look, he's with a sling and a rock. Because when you got God with you, you really don't care who against you. You going to stand up when it's time to stand up. When it's time to do all that, God know you going to stand up and do all that because God going to give you the strength. You heard me? He know God. Listen, bro, you ain't know this. Like, when you be in situations, you heard me, like, and you know you ain't did nothing, and somebody come play with you, you got more strength than them at the time. They so weak, they ain't got no strength. They come and play with you for nothing. You strong enough to see them, and like, bro, you better go ahead, because I move around certain people unless they get right up on me, like, and sometimes I got think for them right then and there too. But if you go too far, man, that's why I get away from people. You heard me? Like, you gotta think they weak. You know how strong I am? Like, you know how strong I am through the grace of God, so God gonna give you strength to get them out the way anyway. You heard me? So, and that's another level there. That's another level when how you don't know how I can teach you how to keep the forces with you. You heard me? And I can teach you how the forces could be against you. You heard me? So that's another level. So this is where I'm at. Anyway, we talking about how God always in the middle of fear. He right there. That's why he favors the bold. Like, I know that's right there, but I'm going to see if you're going to walk through that because you know I'm with you. You heard me? I need you to walk through that. I need you to be like Ashak, Meshach, and Abednego, stand on business and go through that. And when you go through that, I'm going to show you I'm right there. I'm going to show you who I am. You heard me? God, that's why he tell you don't fear no man. Fear him. Respect me enough to know I'm looking. And if you know God right there, how you going to move? Because you know God ain't going to be able to use no coward. And guess what? If you fold, he going to let him shame you. You know, shame make people go crazy. Yeah, shame, like you shame somebody, they be going crazy. Like, they don't want nobody to look at them or nothing more. Like, so you got to stand up when it's time to stand up. You heard me? That's why he tell you, answer your call. You heard me? All things work together for good for those that love God, that's called according to his purpose. That's how the prison system worked for me, the whole situation. When I went to court, I got humbled. When I went through jail, you heard me? God had favor with me in every jailhouse I went in. I can't make this up. You heard me? So I can tell you this, you heard me? God favor the bold, and wherever fear, God right there. He testing you through that fear. You heard me? How you think he's saying the word? Look. He say, the desire of the righteous shall be granted. The fear of the wicked shall come upon them. You heard me? You know when you right, he said a righteous bold as a lion. I know I ain't did you nothing. That's why I don't be worrying about nothing. You heard me? That's why I can see the play before they call. That's why I can know when you ain't for me, it's jumping all off you. You heard me? Why you think the wicked got reason to walk in fear? They done did something. Look at these. You heard me? Why would I do all that? Be done did something in the dark. All your cells and organs, they all the way on point. Instead of them coming together, getting you a youthful look and being authentic so you could be your higher self. That's another level too. I got so much to give them, you heard me? I do. I have so much to give them, but you got to come back to God so you can know who you are and what you able to do besides trip. Amen? Yeah, man, listen. Just know, God will test you through fear. Through some fearful. That's why, listen, as I walk through the valley of shadow of death, I should fear no evil. For you are with me. Your rod and your staff shall comfort me. You heard me? You got to know that, you heard me? So, just know wherever fear at, God right there. He trying to see how you gonna move. You heard me? God favor the bold. You heard me? Yeah, you gotta know that. Whatever fear, God right there. You heard me? So don't fake. No, listen. For what? You heard me? God in control. You heard me? Look, stay up. Stay focused. You heard me? Listen. I love all y'all. One.